Alright, well, before I show you how to set up that die in the progressive press, I'm going to go over real quick, or I can't say quick, but I'm going to go over on how to make the tube feeding system. Pretty much tools you're going to need to do this. You're going to need, if you can find it, which is optional, is to make the window so you can, toward the end, so you can view when your bullets are just about out in the tube. So you're going to need a mill and a 1/4 inch end mill, diameter end mill, to cut the window. That's optional. I'll show you on the system here how I got it. It's actually kind of nice, so if you know anybody who has a mill and you don't, take it to them and have them do it. Only going to take them a few seconds to do it. You're going to need a 1/2 inch PVC pipe. You can get all this stuff at a hardware store. It's actually a 1/2 inch inside diameter and it's a 5/8 outside diameter. You're going to need 3/32 by 2.5 hitch pin clips. You're going to need, depending on how many of these tubes you make, you're going to need one for each end. So you're going to need 2 for 1 tube. The PVC pipe, to go back to that, you can buy it in either 5 or 10 foot lengths. I bought 5 foot lengths. It's easier to work with. You're going to need an electric drill, a countersink bit, and you're going to need a deburr tool, or either, if you don't have that, which I got kind of a fancy one, which you'll see in kind of like machine shops or factories and stuff like that. If you don't have that, just use a round file, a fine one, to do that. Basically what you're going to do, here's kind of just a simple cheesy drawing. What I went with is my tubing was 47.5 inches long. The pinholes, I actually used a number 39 drill bit to drill that hole out. And here's a kind of example right here. And that's actually for this hitch pin to go into. And that's what's going to hold your bullets from falling out. So that's how that end's going to look on from the end of the tubing to the pinholes. It was 3/4 inch where I drilled a hole. From that, I turned the tubing actually a 90-degree turn, and that's how I machined the window so you could view the bullets. From the end, that was 1 1/8 inch, and the whole length of the window I was an average about 1 5/8. It's just an example. You don't have to go with the same measurements if you don't want to. And then toward the end here, it was a 1/2 inch. I drilled another hole for the pin. That was another, again, a number 39 drill bit. The outside of this, like I said, it's 5/8, and then on the inside diameter, it's a 1/2 inch. So after you got your tubing made, it's pretty much gonna look like this. There's the pinhole, and then a 90-degree turn, there's the window so you can view it. As I flip the tube around the other side, I got this pinhole lined up exactly in the same line if you go straight with that one. I know I'm trying to get not enough room here. So that's in line with the other one. So remember, these pinholes, it just makes it easier. You'll see it when it's set up. Then on the end here, the end that has the window, on the inside of that pipe, that deburr tool, or the countersink tool, not deburr tool, sorry. This is just an example of the different kinds you can have. You can either be a single cutting edge, or you can have like a multi-cutting. I don't know if I can get it in that. You can have a multi-cutting. These are the type I like. They cut a lot better. These are just for example. These are too small for that, but you're actually going to go in there and you're going to countersink this end right here. After you get all that stuff done, then you're going to come in here with the deburr tool, clean that out, take the deburr tool, clean out the window hole, and the same end on the opposite end, clean that out with the deburr tool. Now after you get those all made, I got 6 of them made. So you can have 6 of them done at 47.5 inches with 45 caliber bullet, and that's ACP bullet. I can get an average of 74 in one of these. So there's a good amount of weight. Here's example with one loaded with the bullets, so you can view the bullets, and that's how it's going to look. If you need any more details on any of this kind of stuff, you know, feel free to ask. I can always send you more detailed information. This is just giving you ideas. To cut your pipe, if you buy the 10-foot lengths or even the 5-foot lengths, if you don't use the whole 5-foot, you can use one of these. These work just as well on the plastic as they do as the copper pipe. So from there, I'm going to set this up, and I'm going to go over it with you on how I got it set up.